Hey guys, BradleyATG here, coming at you with another match, this time myself versus Creature of Existence from the Battlefly tournament on February 10th. If you are interested in participating in a tournament in the future, I'll put the Battlefly link in below here. Taking a look at Creature's start here, interesting. First Engineer, instead of normally what players would do is capture the metal, first Engineer is heading up here to capture the radioactives, while the second builds. Non-standard start for Creature. If we can see up at the top, I'm doing the opposite, where my first Engineer went out for metal and is building a factory. So Creature does that, and as you can see, we're getting a little bit of optical lag here, so I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. Interesting start. So Creature, first Engineer goes out, captures the radioactive point, and then builds on those radioactive points the harvesters, and then is transitioning into a quantum archive. So early quantum archive open here. Um, Interesting to see how this plays out. Unique strategy, and then we see the second Engineer captured the metals and then went straight into assembling, and then is building the martyrs to then start pushing out and getting map control. Starting this way puts Creature at a little bit as a disadvantage of as we zoom out and look at map control. I have captured significantly more nodes than him at this point in the game. And if we take a quick look at the economy, Creature is at 14 metal income. And then if we switch over to myself, we can see I'm already up to 24 and a half. So I have a large economic advantage off the bat, but I do not have quanta. So as you can see, I sent a scout in, kind of trying to check out what was going on in Creature's base. Um, and I've got a solid production base here pushing forward into the map. We look at the defensive overall military and economic strength, 3,800 to 1,200. So that slow start is definitely going to be hard for Creature to rebound from. We look at the map control. I've captured this point here. So I am across the map center there. I've got a big clump of units and pushing in with them. Now Creature does have some defenses up here, which is going to give me pause. You don't want to, the Annihilator canyons are very strong. Um, Basically, Tier 1 units cannot push through those, and he's upgrading them into heavy annihilators, making it even more difficult. So I think what I was strategy in this, you can see I'm starting to build some artillery units back here. I will build the radar so I get radar view, and then we'll bring those units up to start bombarding those. So you can see well, that move, that item moved way too far up and ended up getting destroyed. So not able to do too much damage there. But still, the strategy remains pull up the artillery units and pull down the walls. It's really tough to brute force through Substrate when they wall up. So I found the only strategy you can really do is build your artillery units, get vision, and then really push forward. So we can see here, big push going on. If you looked at the mini map here, small incursion made by Creature. With the Quantum Archive, he does have the ability to outmaneuver in terms of call down abilities. So he's now up to 4 Quantum Archives, significantly more quantum income than I, and also a push up here sneaking forward. But as you can see, these 2 drone hives are being minimized by my Apollo cruiser and won't be able to do too much damage. So, Creature's making that push there. My units, in the meantime, with the artillery, were able to take out those 2 turrets and is now pushing into Creature's base. Creature goes for 3 Averys, a lot of AA here, but it looks like he was successful in capturing this unit for this metal unit for just a couple of moments here. But this is a big, dangerous push coming into Creature's base. My units really into his base, capture this, and if I capture that, then we'll completely take out his income. That's an error starburst, which has a lot of AA units, but fortunately I played this match, so I know what's going on. Looking really good for me at this point, but we can see on the mini map here, Creature is sneaking around his units, his Rampagers, straight into my base, which I have no AA to defend whatsoever. So his units are in there. They're cruising up here. He's flying around. I've got some AA units down here, but I'm not really paying attention. You can see I'm focusing on the push here. I've captured both of these points. I'm in a great position. Might be able to start pushing in. Um, and you can see creatures mentioning one of the old patches, the nukes used to be less. But I'm asleep at the wheel here, not paying any attention. I've got AA units, I've got Furies, but I'm not paying any attention. And now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rampagers just raining down on my base. Still no response from me. My Nexus is now below half health, and I finally seem to be paying attention up here and send in my Furies and in a desperate attempt to send my units here. Down here, you can see I've got his base. I'm bombarding, but my base is just this T1 clump. I never built the T1 AA
Enemy
units,
nexus has been
and Creature
destroyed.
pulls out a win here. Embarrassing on my part. Lesson learned here: always build a couple of AA points around your base. And with that new PHC Tier 1 anti-air unit, I really had no excuse. An embarrassing loss on my part, but perks to Creature for not giving up and using his last-ditch effort there to pull out a win. Got a couple more matches coming up on YouTube here shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed it.